Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Let's Learn English.
Last weekend, I visited my grandmother. It was a quiet and beautiful day. I woke up early in the morning and prepared for the trip. I felt excited because I had not seen her in a long time. My grandmother lives in a small town in the countryside. The town is calm and peaceful. There are many trees, small houses, and birds singing in the morning. Life there is slower than in the city. When I arrived at her house, the sun was shining and the air felt fresh. I walked to the front door and knocked softly. A few seconds later, the door opened. My grandmother was standing there with a big smile on her face. "Hello, my dear," she said warmly. I smiled and gave her a big hug. "I missed you," I told her. "I missed you too," she said. Her voice was soft and kind, just like always. My grandmother is a gentle and loving woman. She has gray hair and kind eyes. When she smiles, her whole face lights up. Her house is small but very cozy. Inside the house, everything feels warm and peaceful. There are family photos on the walls and flowers near the windows. The house smells like fresh bread and warm tea. "Are you hungry?" my grandmother asked. "Yes, a little," I said with a smile. "Well, you came at the perfect time," she said happily. "I just finished making breakfast." We walked into the kitchen together. The kitchen was bright and clean. Sunlight was coming through the window and filling the room with warm light. On the table, there were eggs, fresh bread, fruit, and hot coffee. The smell of breakfast was wonderful. We sat down together and began to eat. The food was simple, but it tasted delicious. While we were eating, we started talking about many things. My grandmother asked about my life. She asked about my work. She asked about my friends and my plans. She always listens very carefully when I talk. I told her about my week and the things I've been doing. She nodded and smiled while she listened. Sometimes she laughed at my stories. It felt very nice to sit there with her and talk. After breakfast, we decided to go outside for a walk. The weather was beautiful that morning. The sky was clear and blue. A soft wind was moving the leaves on the trees. Birds were singing in the distance. We walked slowly down a small path near her house. My grandmother likes to walk slowly and enjoy the day. "There is no need to hurry," she said with a smile. "Life is better when we walk slowly." As we walked, she showed me her garden. My grandmother loves gardening. Her garden is full of life and color. There are tomatoes, carrots, onions, and many green plants. She also grows beautiful flowers. Some flowers are red, some flowers are yellow, some are purple and pink. The garden looks bright and full of energy. My grandmother picked a small tomato and gave it to me. "Try this," she said. "It is fresh from the garden." I tasted it and smiled. It was sweet and fresh. "Wow," I said. "This is very good." She laughed softly. "Food from the garden always tastes better," she said. We continued walking slowly. As we walked, my grandmother began to tell me stories about her past. She told me about her childhood. She told me about her school. She told me about her friends when she was young. She said that life was very different when she was a child. There were no smartphones. There were no computers. People spent more time outside. Children played in the streets and fields. Families spent more time together. People talked more. They listened more. They laughed together. I enjoyed listening to her stories. Her voice was calm and peaceful. It felt like time was moving slower. After our walk, we returned to the house. My grandmother decided to start preparing lunch. "Would you like to help me cook?" she asked. "Of course," I said. Cooking together sounded fun. In the kitchen, she showed me how she prepares her food. She washed the vegetables carefully. I helped by cutting carrots and setting the table. While we cooked, we talked and laughed. Sometimes she told small jokes. Sometimes we shared memories. The kitchen slowly filled with the smell of delicious food. Soon, lunch was ready. We had rice, chicken, and vegetables from the garden. The food smelled amazing. We sat down at the table together. Before eating, my grandmother looked at me and smiled. "I am very happy you are here," she said. "Me too," I answered. We began to eat. The food tasted wonderful. Every bite felt warm and comforting. I told her her cooking was the best. She laughed and said something simple but beautiful. Food tastes better when we share it with people we love. After lunch, we moved to the living room. The living room has a soft sofa and a small bookshelf. My grandmother loves reading in the afternoon. She showed me one of her favorite books. The book looked old but special. "I have read this book many times," she said. "Every time I read it, I learn something new." Then we made some tea. We sat near the window and drank the warm tea slowly. Outside, the wind was moving the trees gently. The afternoon felt calm and peaceful. Sometimes we talked. Sometimes we just enjoyed the quiet moment. Later, my grandmother brought out a box of old family photos. Inside the box were many memories. We looked at the photos together. She showed me pictures of my parents when they were young. She showed me pictures of my cousins. She even showed me pictures from many years ago. For every photo, she had a story. Some stories were funny, some stories were emotional. We laughed many times while looking at the photos. Family memories are very special. They remind us where we come from. As the afternoon slowly passed, the light outside began to change. The sun started to go down. The sky slowly turned orange and pink. My grandmother and I went outside to watch the sunset. The sky looked beautiful. Soft colors filled the horizon. The world felt calm and quiet. My grandmother looked at the sky and smiled. "Sunsets are one of my favorite things," she said softly. "They remind me that every day is a gift." We stood there quietly for a moment, just watching the sky, just enjoying the peaceful evening. When the sun finally disappeared behind the hills, the sky slowly became darker. The stars began to appear. Then we went back inside the house. For dinner, we had something light. We ate soup and fresh bread. It was simple but comforting. After dinner, we talked a little more. My grandmother gave me some advice about life. She told me to work hard. She told me to be kind to people. She told me to follow my dreams. Her words were simple but very powerful. Soon it was time for me to leave. I felt a little sad. I always enjoy spending time with her. Before I left, I gave her one more hug. "Thank you for today," I said. She smiled warmly. "You are always welcome here," she said. "Come visit me again soon." "I will," I promised. As I walked away from her house, I felt grateful. Spending time with my grandmother always reminds me of something important. Life is not only about work and problems. Life is also about family, about memories, about simple moments. And sometimes, the most beautiful moments in life are the quiet ones we share with the people we love.